Welcome back to Recine time, everybody. How are you? It's good to be here. It's good to be back. Thank you, Johnny. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. My wife went to the doctor's today, and the doctor looked at her. She looked at her. She looked at the ultrasound, and she said, "I'll see you on Tuesday if you haven't given birth already."
Wow.
So this baby's coming.
Exciting.
Yeah, this baby's coming very soon. So I guess we're just gonna, I got some stuff. I'm running around a little bit. I guess we'll just do a little bit of a casual episode today. We got some people coming in, and we got what?
Huh?
What'd you do?
Who?
What was that?
Who's coming in?
We got some. Well, we got our friend coming in. She's
Oh,
running
nice.
a little late,
Nice.
and yeah, and so we're gonna start the show off with I wrote a monologue joke.
Okay.
Okay. So the joke is a kidnapping victim was rescued this week at a Jersey Mike's after the Jersey Mike's employee found a note that she left on the bathroom floor. The employee said she became suspicious when she saw someone frowning at a Jersey Mike's because Jersey Mike's is a great place to go for lunch. I like the club sub the best. Their club sub, their number 12. It's very good. Ham, turkey, bacon, mayonnaise. No oregano for me, though. This show is brought to you by Jersey Mike's.
Are they the ones that hollow out the bread?
Do they?
I don't
They
know.
must.
Someone does.
Yeah? Who
Jersey-
else would it be if not Jersey Mike's?
What's the other one that has a similar name?
Firehouse Subs?
I don't think it's them.
Subway Jared's?
Subway Jarrett's.
Jared's Subs. Yeah, they're changing Subway to Jared Subs. Anyway.
I got it at Jared's.
Yeah. So yeah, big fan of them and all their sandwiches. And yeah, they're not really sponsoring the podcast, but if they would like to, I am happy to do all of their hi.
Hi.
What's up?
From Jersey Mike's.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. It's good to see you. Say hello. Say hello.
Well, I need
Deb, everybody.
to let me pick this chair.
Yeah.
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 Thanks for getting the chair.
Yeah. This is for me.
Yeah, it's for you. You said you like that store.
It's a big feels like a big sandwich.
It's a big one, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you the big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How's it going?
It's good. I'm gonna put this down
Yeah.
here for later. I am hungry,
You are?
if you can't tell.
Well, hopefully there's not too much time for this. How much did you just get
Yeah.
started?
Yeah, we just got started.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I can stay. I can hang if you want to chat with me at all. I'm a little tired. I don't feel like getting up.
Yeah, I guess
No.
hang for a little bit, and then when you're feeling like you're ready to walk, you can kind of get on your way
Oh,
whenever you're
Okay.
feeling ready.
do you want me to leave?
No,
Oh, okay.
but I know you probably got a lot of stuff to do.
I have a lot of stuff that I want you to do,
Yeah, like what?
like move things and put them together and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the things that new dads do
Yeah.
that you don't want to. Look at how excited he is.
Well, I do feel like I'm like running around a lot.
Yeah, I mean that's the
I've
drill.
been doing a lot of stuff.
Yep.
I've been just lifting. I go up
Yeah.
the stairs a lot. I'm always carrying like heavy stuff.
That's
up the
good. I mean, you're
stairs.
always talking about how like you wish you had a juicier bottom. So like stairs
Yeah.
is the way to do that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You would think by now. You think it was gonna happen.
I don't know.
You think if it was gonna happen, it would have happened by now.
So you already think like you've done a lot of stairs. So like,
Mm-hmm.
so if it were to happen, it would have already.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
think-
you
I
don't
don't
have
think-
the anatomy.
I just don't think the stairs are gonna like grow my ass.
That's
The way people think.
the way. That's. People
I've just done
say.
so many stairs. It's like
I-
what's that quote from Einstein? The definition of
Oh,
insanity.
it's like doing the same thing over.
I've done all the stairs,
Mhm.
and this ass is not.
Maybe you need
growing.
to focus on your ass more.
Maybe.
Yeah, like maybe it's like a mind body connection thing.
Let me ask you this: do you ever look at my ass and do you ever go like, oh my God, like who did I marry? he looks deformed.
No, I don't. Not in that sequence.
Yeah.
Maybe all of those thoughts, but in different order in different situations.
Oh,
but
okay.
never. No, that's
Okay.
like.
So I just kind of put it in your head.
Yeah.
Now maybe.
Yeah.
Now maybe it'll be there. All right. So you have to go in a little bit, right? You're gonna run.
I mean, I like 4. Yeah, I gotta be.
You have to go at 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just want to stay and do the show, is what you're saying. I mean, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't your audience like me?
They do. Hey,
Oh.
how's it going? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, of course.
Hi.
Good to see you. It's not. It's just we like to hide the mic before the guest gets here.
Oh.
This is my wife, Deborah. Sorry.
Hi.
So nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh
I
my
just
God,
came by for lunch, but then didn't feel like getting up. So here I am.
Mm-hmm. So you guys haven't met. You guys haven't met before.
Mm-mm.
But she is.
Just-
Johnny wanted that on the table
I
for
have
some
to
reason.
set myself up now.
Johnny wanted that on the table. I'm not really sure why or what's going on. But yeah, she sometimes comes in and co-hosts the show
Mm-hmm.
with me.
Yeah, I'm a
Sometimes.
patron. I've seen the.
Yeah. Well, you've
I
never,
don't.
you've
I
never
don't watch
asked-
the show.
Yeah.
Me
But
neither.
I pay for it. I
thanks.
probably, if you look at the Patreon, I
What do
might
you
be
mean you
like
pay
the
for
You
it?
also never
longest-
really asked. You've also never really like asked about the show. So
Mhm.
I never really got an opportunity to.
Yeah, I
I've
think
never
that
really
it's
gotten-
fair that we don't care about the same things, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just like something. I think like if you just meet people where they are and you like understand who they are, you don't care about anything I care about.
Mhm.
So I think it's not like
Why do you have to pay
problem.
for the Patreon though?
because I have a Patreon too, and we were both subscribed to each other's.
It's
Okay,
good
okay.
for the numbers.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
and
feel like you should get it for free.
so you guys should subscribe to my page. I'm only doing it to support. I don't watch the show, but I do read the comments and I comment, and I also tell
never
the
asked about-
fans.
Wait, you comment but you don't watch? I love that.
Yeah, I read the comments, and then I tell the fans if Mike has tour dates. I always comment in there and write like, "Go see Mike."
That's
and,
so nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So her
She's
thing is.
great.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, I've always said she
Well-
was great. I've only ever said good things about her. You can check the record. Yeah, and also like, but the thing that I think people like is that like a millennial, and she's like Gen Z.
hmm
So her thing is
Oh,
like,
really? When does Gen
Yeah.
Z start?
I think I'm the first year that starts at 98. Or no, I'm like the third year.
98. You're 10 years younger than me. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. But Mike always says
Oh,
like
I'm
people our
sorry.
age when he talks to me. It's a little bit of a disconnect.
Oh, yeah. That's
people
so funny.
our age, like late 20s, 30s, late 20s,
Yeah,
mid
for
30s.
the longest time I was
I
the
think I'm
youngest
mid.
in everything I did, so it is like weird for me to meet people who are younger than me.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
interesting.
Mhm.
Well, that's cool.
Do you have a
Think so.
favorite Jersey Mike's
98.
sub?
No, I don't eat Jersey Mike's.
Hmm.
Not a real sandwich girl. But I know
That's
that
kind of a
do you get
bummer
it
that-
Mike's way? Right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, it's like lettuce.
You get it
tomato,
Mike's way.
Oregano, but it's not
Oh.
very.
If you
That's
were to
very
make
good.
it, you should do a collab with them.
We are trying. What Johnny suggested is he was like, maybe you should plug them for free. He was like, maybe you could do like a couple jokes about Jersey Mike's, plug them for free, and then maybe they'll reach out.
Have they said
It's
their
a-
stance on Palestine?
No, I don't.
That's a
know.
great question.
That's a great question. Can you Google that, Johnny?
People
Yep.
are kind of waiting to hear from them on this.
Jersey Mike's Israel statement.
Yeah, right. I forgot to look into that. God damn
I feel
it.
like that could
Another
be a big
place-
decider if they're going to work with you.
That's a good point. Another place that I can't eat for lunch because there's a ton of like Middle Eastern restaurants in the city, and it'll be called like Golda Meir's place or something. It'll be called like BB's Middle East Mediterranean cuisine, BB's Mediterranean cuisine,
Mm-hmm.
and you go, oh, I wonder what this is about. You go in. And you're like, oh, this is nice. It's like Middle Eastern Chipotle,
Right.
And they got the chicken.
Like Naya.
It's
I
like
like
not like
that.
Naya is a great example of a place where
Mhm.
I like to go there, and I'm nervous to Google it and find out. It's all like it's like a Schrodinger's cat type of thing.
You're nervous to have less
Mhm.
places to eat.
I'm nervous to have less places to eat. I'm nervous that I'm going to find out that it's an Israeli restaurant.
Mm.
You know,
Mhm.
so
Here we go.
All right, this is
Jersey
bad.
Mike's.
They raised a record-breaking $30 million for
local
local
charities. That's good,
Local. That means
Right.
no Gaza.
right?
That's pretty good.
What
Oh,
if-
not good. Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
What if the local
Shit.
charities are like the protest though? What if they're funding the protests?
But that's probably it.
What if they're funding the anti-ICE protests?
Hmm.
Yeah. So her thing is like, yeah, she's Gen Z. She's a little bit of a, she's a little
Oh, what?
she's a little nasty to me. She's a little disrespectful.
I think
But,
he's disrespectful.
You know, people kind of like that. People.
Oh,
kinda
I was like, is it going well?
People
Like,
kinda people kind of like that she disrespects me.
uh-huh.
I'm
When do
very
I disrespect
I'm very
you?
respectful to her. I never I don't objectify her or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I treat her like an equal, like a peer. I do think of her as a peer and an equal. And you know, you also never really ask about the show. So and she also works at
Well, she's
works at
she's
5
growing
Below.
a baby.
Do you
and
ask
she
about my
works.
job?
She works at 5 Below. That's her other
Oh.
job. Yeah.
Benny loves that store.
Yeah. Do I ask about your job?
Do you
No, but I
ever
think-
ask about my job?
No, but I think I like know what it is.
you don't.
I
That
think I
doesn't.
know what
You
it
can know what a
entails.
job is. You still have
Yeah,
to ask how the day went.
I know what your job is. I
Mhm.
feel like I.
That's a crazy thing to say.
I don't know.
Because
Whatever.
you know what it is. You don't have to ask her how her day went.
No, you don't think I asked my wife? See, this is your problem though. No offense. And
Do you see this?
I'm
Okay. What is my problem? Add it to my list.
He asks how my day was.
Hmm,
but,
okay,
like,
there we go. I
Mhm.
asked how your day was. See,
But-
her problem
but
is
there's a
she
but.
kind of.
There's
I
a
don't
let her
think that
finish.
we even like. I think so, but he doesn't ask like, you know, what therapeutic strategy did you utilize today in your sessions, or like, did you do
Mhm.
feeding or did you do speech? Like, so like I
Well, no,
asked
the
how
other day-
your
You could work
show
on.
was.
The other day she said.
She was like in the middle of a sentence.
The other day she said one of my kids is in the hospital,
Yeah,
and I said, "Oh my God, that's terrible."
yeah, that was terrible.
You know.
Okay. Anything else? Any
So-
other example? You had a human reaction, like anything else?
Yeah, and I volunteered that information.
Yeah.
and he didn't ever follow up and ask if that kid's out of the hospital.
So
well,
you
that was
don't
like
know?
yesterday. Is that kid at? But you told me that like yesterday.
Mhm.
I would
but
assume
a
this
kid's
kid's
in
still.
the hospital.
Yeah, but I would assume this kid is still in the hospital.
Why?
He's having a hard time, but
See,
yes,
because it's.
You know what
bad.
happens when
We
you
don't
assume.
have to talk about this.
Mm.
You get in big trouble.
Sure. Yeah. We got the relationship expert over here. everybody. We got the.
But yeah, so I just
Dr.
think-
Ruth in the house.
I don't know. who
You're
that
not
is.
interested.
Who was
in
that
speech.
doctor I really liked? Remember, and I got him confused, and you guys said he had to do with bunnies.
Dr. Phil.
No,
You said I love Dr. Phil.
No, I didn't say that, and I don't like him. Was it?
You
Come
said
on, Johnny knows the
bunnies?
snow bunny guy.
Dr. Umar.
Umar, that's
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
doctor.
Oh, okay.
Remember, what does he do?
What do you like about him?
Nothing. I just know his name.
Oh, okay. He says that he's big on like racial. He's like big on black empowerment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
So
he says
is
no. He
is-
says no bunny hopping.
And that's when you sleep with white women.
I was
right?
waiting
Yeah,
for
but I
where
think-
bunnies come in.
Yeah, there
I
it
was
is.
Like, what
There it
are
is.
we talking about here?
Sometimes I can't
like
get
Jane
it all
Goodall?
together. I just have like some of the facts.
Bunnies.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
she
yeah.
was monkeys.
She was monkeys. Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
Not bunnies.
I guess there's not like
Look
a
who
Jane.
knows something
Mhm.
now.
I guess there's not like a Jane Goodall of bunnies.
Bunnies.
Yeah.
Mm. I'll sleep on it.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be something I do.
What?
Be the Jane Goodall of bunnies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of like trying to figure out careers right now.
Oh, right. Yeah. How's
Because
that going?
obviously I loved what I was doing because of all the money I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
But then you told me that you think I could be famous from this. So that's something
Mhm.
to consider.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm considering the bunny thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm considering just motherhood because
Yeah.
I'm pregnant.
Right.
That's
Right.
been a whole thing.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
He's like, he told me that I should possibly abort the baby if I wanted to stay on the show.
Oh, I don't think I said that. I think
I'm
that was
pretty
a joke.
sure
That's intense.
Yeah. Well,
he did a poll asking the audience what they think I should do with the baby.
Oh, is it even a consideration?
Aborting it?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No. So what is the drama?
So let me just
Exactly.
interrupt you guys. I think it's fine if we have fun, if we sort of go back and forth. You guys can rib me a little bit, but if there's too much aggressiveness towards me, they're not gonna like that.
How are we being aggressive?
If there's too much,
I'm recapping the
If
show
there's
for
too
her.
much,
She doesn't
Yeah.
get the chance to
But
watch.
I
if there's
can't
too much
imagine that
disrespect.
Mike would be an advocate for abort. Like I think he's very pro-choice. Mike is very woke, even when he's
Thanks.
sleeping. I've heard him talk in his sleep very progressive things.
Like what?
I don't remember, but I remember telling
I
you.
sing Lady Gaga in my sleep. I sing Born This Way in
Yeah.
my sleep.
So,
Wait, what do I say in my
but
sleep?
also Mike says crazy things all the time. And
Mhm.
you would think like because he has made his living off his word that his word would mean something to him, and it means nothing.
That's a really good
He'll
point.
say anything. He'll say anything for a
laugh.
laugh.
For
Yeah.
a laugh.
Yeah.
So,
what did you say the
um,
motto was at Racine time? You
I
guys
don't
said it. We'll do
Was it-
anything once. We have to try
We
everything
don't say
once.
no.
We don't say no at Racine time.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was about a shock collar for me.
Oh yeah, I think Johnny pitched that though. That wasn't my idea.
No.
Johnny's got a little evil streak in him.
No, I did not pitch that.
He said, what if we put this Five Below worker in a shock collar?
That's
It's
awful.
Not really the sentence
what
that
if-
happened there.
He said, what if we buzzed
Do you
her
think?
here and there?
Do you think Mike is ready for 2 kids?
I think that he
I mean, the first
is
one already
Lots of
just
deep breaths.
destroyed my life and career. So
No, that's
How much
completely
worse
Mike's
could it
own
be?
choice. He
How much worse
loves
could
to
it be?
just spend time with his family and spend his focus there, and it's hard for him to like transition and motivate.
me and Benjamin have gone
Mike
mini golfing like
doesn't-
3 days in a row.
Is he
Mhm.
good?
He's okay.
How are you?
I'm getting good. I'm getting good.
Getting good at mini golf?
I'm getting good.
Yeah,
at
there's a
mini
lot of
golf.
money there. Keep
Yeah.
practicing.
Yeah, but I think it's important for
So the attitude, maybe just a little note.
bonding.
Just a little note. The attitude, we can maybe change a little bit.
because I think that the majority of parents who struggle with their child, it's likely due to a lack of connection. So while Mike is like, holy
pretty
shit,
connected.
I've spent a lot of time mini golfing, I think that will progressively down the line make his life easier because they have this thing that they do together.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they both enjoy it.
I'll tell you how connected me and my son are. He kept trying to grab my penis on the 2 train
I
today.
hate these stories.
Yeah.
I hate these stories.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know, but
Remember
I mean,
when
what am
you
I supposed
said that
to
he
do?
was? Do you know the story of when he pulled his pants down and was able to spank him?
Yeah, he
What?
like
Your
so-
son, you told
so
me
well that's
this.
you
because
talking
like
about?
I
one
was like, how did he even have enough time to pull your pants down and
well Mike
spank you?
should wear belts more.
Hmm.
Oh,
But-
Benjamin pulled my pants down.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were like, yeah. No, I would
No.
never
No.
spank my kid.
The thing is
Okay.
that like so
might.
Mike I was just talking to him about this on the train. So Mike is very like fun and Benjamin's always trying to get a reaction out of him, and when he sees his dad, he is very like high energy and like overstimulated.
Mhm.
And Mike has no method of bringing his arousal down
Okay.
and calming him down. So
It's not
like
really my job though.
yes it is. Yes it is.
That's a crazy thing to
you
say.
need to work harder to
Have you ever
regulate him more.
Have you ever seen a drill sergeant be like, "All right, recruits, let's bring your arousal down"?
because they don't have to. Because
You
there
are
people
not
are
a
already
drill
listening.
sergeant. You have not what?
That's a father's
You-
role.
No, okay,
Drill
well,
sergeants
you don't
don't
do
do
that.
mini golf.
Yes, you are not a drill sergeant. You don't
Drill
require
sergeants don't get their pants
anything.
pulled down.
You are just
That's
you
probably
are
true.
a
That's the
human-
first good
yeah.
point you've made.
Okay, that's really
you are
rude.
a human jungle gym. That is
Yeah.
what you are.
Yeah.
He,
okay.
you are overstimulating and exciting, and he just always wants a reaction from you. And
Yeah.
and
He does like
gets
taking
it.
He does like taking his dick out lately.
Ew, Mike, come on!
Don't
Don't
say that
talk
on the
about my kid like that on
podcast.
this
Right.
podcast.
All right, we'll cut that out.
Yeah,
19.
but yeah, I think that that's something that you can work on. So what I
This is good.
think
I feel
that-
like
yeah.
most of the episode is him giving me feedback.
Mhm.
So it's nice to hear him get some feedback.
yeah,
This
so
is a good
He
balance.
could work harder on helping to co-regulate his son and decrease his arousal.
And
as
do you think
opposed
he's a
to-
good
yeah.
partner to you?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yes.
A big fight.
Yes.
A big fight we got in was when
Uh-huh.
he told me that he was making you drive the car so he could relax and play on his phone. And I said that was ridiculous. You should be
Uh-oh.
relaxing.
Well, I'm an
wasn't
excellent driver.
I
She is a
believe
good.
it.
She is a good driver.
Yes.
Okay.
So like today I was waiting half naked on a table and I heard the women outside talking about parking. And I was like, I want to be in this conversation
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Mm.
I was like, like nothing is more exhilarating to me than like getting into that parallel parking spot. Like, you know, if the math
I
is
can't parallel
there,
park.
I'm in. And
Really?
today
I can't do it unless there's 2 spots open.
Oh no, I was on a busy street. I had a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, and I saw a good spot, and it was busy, and I was like, "Sorry, people," and
Yeah.
I just stopped my car and I parallel parked. It was like the perfect fit.
That's amazing.
And
you can't parallel park?
No, he's good.
I can parallel.
Okay, I
park.
was just asking.
It's just hard to be as good at it as I am. Because it's my number one skill.
Okay.
So when these women were talking about
I don't know. If that's your number
parking.
one skill.
And when these women were talking about parallel parking, I was
kidding,
really
folks.
wanting to be in that
It's
game.
not happening in our house.
Shut up. Oh my God, your life's so hard. Look how pregnant I am.
Seriously.
Right, yeah, I know.
But
That's why
no,
you would think.
I was
you'd think you'd
today
make up for.
today after my exam,
Huh?
I was like, I should be having more sex because like the way it was so uncomfortable for her to be pushing into me, I was like, how is something going to come out? Like
And you're going to have the baby any second, right?
I know I should have been trying to have more sex.
Mm.
I think maybe
It's
that
probably
would have.
hard.
You're saying that someone should stretch you out a little bit.
Oh my
Guess
gosh.
so.
Oh my gosh, Mike.
You're saying you need a big.
A big fat penis
You
like
see.
yours, a giant one, the
Wow.
biggest I've ever seen.
Wow, thanks. Hey, this
No
is
way.
pretty cool.
No way.
Wow,
This
you
is
thought,
not the dynamic I wanted.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, you thought that my wife. You thought my wife hated my guts.
Some of the stories
You
you
think she
told,
didn't
some of
even
the
like
stories
me.
you told made it seem like maybe you were really hard to be with.
Mm.
So
Oh, he is a challenge.
Mm.
But you know what? I
But
think
she
that
still,
we
she
need
still
to
craves
we need to capitalize on everyone's strengths.
strengths.
okay.
I
What's
always
his
take
and
a
what's his strength?
strength-based approach. So he's very playful and loving, especially with our child, and he's also very good at the newborn stage, which most men are not, and
Mm.
most women, like every new mom I know, reads this book, How Not to Hate Your Partner After Having a Baby,
Mm-hmm.
and I never felt like that. He's very like good.
Well, you know what's cool about a baby is the when the little baby comes out, it's so small that you can like take the baby's foot and put the whole thing in your mouth like you're a snake.
And then it gets bigger and bigger, and then
and then you
you're
can't.
like, oh
and
no.
so now I look at my 4-year-old's feet and I go, I used to be able to fit those in my mouth like a snake. I pretend I was a boa constrictor,
I feel like I'm missing
unhinging my jaw, about to
Yeah.
swallow you.
Yeah, that's
know?
how Mike measures
And
the
I'm like,
progression of time.
get in my belly. So I'm excited to have a little baby foot to stick in my mouth again.
This is crazy. I think you guys are meant to be that she's laughing at this.
It's funny. It's like imagine like the baby and you go.
I don't know what I would
You're like-
do
you
if I
feel like a
saw
snake.
Steven put our baby's foot in his mouth.
Well, I think when you have a baby, you understand cuteness,
Yeah.
aggression. You want to eat them.
Cuteness, aggression.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
want them in your belly.
Yeah, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I guess
Yeah.
we'll circle back on this.
Yeah. So that's good. I don't have any. Also, Mike doesn't really know much like about child stuff, so I really get to do whatever I want to make all the decisions. All my friends are talking about how like their husbands and partners have ideas, and I'm like,
Not yours.
go away. Your plan should be to work.
Well, a lot of guys.
Like, I don't care what your approach is going to be.
Yeah, you
What
should
are your-
be working and stealing groceries.
Yeah, that's great. Well, not the
What do your
second.
friends think of his podcast, or no one knows he has a podcast?
Everyone knows he has a podcast. My friends, they listen or they don't. I don't know. It's hard.
Do they like him?
Everyone likes Mike.
Interesting.
This is
This is
genuinely interesting to learn.
This is not
Yeah.
the show you expected, huh?
No.
When you barged it on me and my wife.
I was late.
No, Mike is Mike's very well.
Why were you
liked.
late though? Was there a reason that you were late?
Not that I'm sharing with you.
Okay.
Oh, Steven.
Anyway, so okay, go ahead and take that phone call. It's all right. It's totally fine. People are used to that. We got a lot to get into on the show today. I've selected some topics that are specifically girl oriented for today. Do you want to step out and take?
I told him that there's something he knew was near that fire hydrant in the house, and because it's true, I guess we're both idiots. He goes, "Where's the fire hydrant in the house?"
That's funny.
It's next to the fire extinguisher, next to the fridge.
I'll tell you a funny story too.
Is there a fire?
No, he needs his camera stand is next to it.
Oh.
Okay, love you. Bye.
You know, the same thing happened to me actually.
That's just so funny that I said fire extinguisher, fire hydrant,
Well,
and he goes, "Where's the fire hydrant in the house?"
That is a common mistake. I was talking to a friend of mine about Gaza, and apparently there was a Palestinian detainee who was like raped with a fire extinguisher. But my friend was telling me the story, and he was like, "Yeah, that they raped this guy with a fire hydrant." Which is not
Wait,
which is not funny.
That was
Very
no, they're
awful.
both,
I feel like
no, they're
mine
both
but
really awful.
location wise, very challenging to understand.
They're both awful.
One
but-
is portable, one is a fixture.
yeah.
So
That was a funny call.
yeah.
Anyway, so
I mean, to rape someone with a fire hydrant, you would have to do a lot of
Wait, they raped a man?
lifting.
oh yeah,
So in the
Yeah,
ass?
men can get raped.
men can
No,
get
no, of
raped.
In
course.
their
Of
butt.
I know
course.
you think that they can't.
I think they
I know
can.
you think that.
and
I
you
know
know what I
think that-
think.
I know you're
You
on
know
this
what-
like little.
You know what I think.
I know you're on this little misandry kick lately, where you
I
think
don't even know
men
what that means.
can never be victims and men can't get raped, but
That's
they get
not-
they get
That's
raped
not what I think.
and they get raped by women too.
Yeah, because girls can do anything.
Like sodomy.
That was a nice little
Thank you.
yeah.
So girl topics.
Yeah, so some girl topics.
Mhm.
I've selected some girl-oriented topics today.
Okay.
And so the first thing I want to get into is the whole thing with well, people are mad at Olivia. Olivia Munn did an interview for People magazine, and
I don't like her.
Why not?
I don't like her. I don't like Mulaney, and I don't like
You don't
the
like
way,
Mulaney?
and I don't like the way that all went down with
Sure.
the other girl. What's her name?
His ex-wife.
Yeah, Anna, right?
Anna, yeah.
Yeah, that just, I mean, he literally, I feel like he got famous
Mm-hmm.
for stories and jokes about them.
Mm-hmm.
And people, I feel like what made him so lovable
right.
was that
because
he
he was a
seemed-
wife guy.
he seemed like he loves his wife and he loves their dog and he'd do anything.
Right.
And then you learn that she like put off kids and all this stuff because he wasn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
And then he leaves her.
And then he nuts. Yeah, and then he nuts.
Don't say that. Don't say
Sorry,
that.
and
He
then
leaves her and he has a baby, however it happened, with Olivia Munn, who I heard was not very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But people always say that hot girls aren't nice. So what do I know?
My wife's nice.
She's very nice.
Yeah, but I'm also very mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Not that many people describe me like I'm like friendly and I'm professional, but like I am I'm not a people pleaser.
Okay.
Like I don't admire many people, so I don't have to
you
like
don't admire
I don't
many
care
people?
what
That's a
they
really funny thing to say.
Yeah, I mean I think that's why people have anxiety and why they're people pleasers, because they think they admire people, but when you realize like, oh, I don't want to be you, so why do I care about what you think? And then you realize,
Yeah, but you don't
That's
have any
freeing.
people. You don't have any people that you want to be. You don't have any
No,
heroes
I'm very
or
happy
idols
with
that you
myself,
look
but
up to? Really?
That's
no,
great.
there's people I look up to that I like.
Yeah.
There are people that I do admire. So like, if they were to have a negative opinion about me,
Mhm.
then I would be upset
You
because
know who I want to be? Shadow the Hedgehog.
you sound like our son.
Yeah.
But John Mulaney, we were talking about John Mulaney.
Wait, Shadow? Not even the lead?
Yeah.
Well, Shadow is like really cool.
Shadow's pretty cool.
Cooler than the
Yeah.
lead?
He's black and red.
Yeah, I mean, like he's
Nice.
he's like
Yeah.
a very
Anything else about him other than the colors?
Well, he's like the black and red's a good
well, he
color
can
scheme.
teleport. He's very strong. Sonic's not strong. He's just fast.
Oh,
I really
okay.
like black and red and a little bit of white,
Little
and then maybe a little
contrast.
symbol in the middle, like an X symbol.
Okay.
Okay,
And
let's
maybe-
calm down.
I don't know where
But
it's
Yeah,
going.
like-
I don't get it.
Like black. Okay, like black,
Okay.
right?
no,
Is this
thank you.
going
Now
to
imagine
saying
like
I'm
a
not
black
No
black
more.
canvas,
No more.
and then a red circle in the middle. No, red
What
on
am
the
I
inside,
not getting?
and then a white circle, and then maybe in the middle like a black symbol.
Anyway,
You doing
so
a Nazi thing?
so John Mulaney.
Sorry.
I think he is fine. It's weird. My friend just texted me. They were like, "Is John Mulaney an asshole?" And I was like, "Well, he's never like I've interacted with him a bunch. Like he's never. I've had comedians be jerks.
Well, it's not really about that. It's just, there was this article that came
Right.
out in People magazine. Olivia Munn doesn't let her kids watch Ms. Rachel. Here's why. Now I see this and I go, oh, okay. They're continuing to smear Ms. Rachel. They're finding any way they can to smear somebody who is.
Yeah, why would she even share that at this point in time?
Exactly.
Well, I bet that they asked her that, and I bet that of all of her interview, that was the spiciest thing. I mean, it was probably the only thing of interest that would get people to click, and I bet that they would think people would assume that she doesn't watch it because of her advocacy, when in actuality she was just calling her annoying.
Well, so this article has been deleted, the People magazine article.
Oh.
But I was reading about it in the Daily Beast, and there's a quote from her where she's like, yeah, my son asked me to watch Blue's Clues the other day, so I was like, fine, I'll put on Blue's Clues, but I hate this show. Like, she hates, she made a point in the article to be like, I hate children's programming.
That was a
That's
rule in
little
my house
weird.
growing up.
What?
We
No
did-
Blue's Clues?
I didn't watch any
No
kids'
TV?
TV shows.
Really?
Yeah, we weren't allowed to. My parents were really
That's kinda
old when
nuts.
they had me,
Yeah.
so they weren't interested in watching kids shows. Mom had me at 42.
Well, that's why I had
Your
my
dad
own
was like,
TV.
how about this cup and
Yeah.
ball that I whittled for you?
I watched a lot of This Old House.
Oh, really?
And I watched a lot of baseball
Mhm.
and CNN.
Okay.
Nice. My mom liked Barbara Walters.
Mm.
I have a video of my sister being like, hello, everyone. My name is Baba Walters, and in today's news, I am beautiful. So she's like 3. So that's what was happening in my house. But we were like TV kids. We had TVs in our room. And like my mom was like
I
a
would've
bottle,
killed.
like a bottle mom. You know, like I had like a chocolate milk bottle with a blanket and the Wizard of Oz. And that was like, you sit down and take a nice rest type of
Oh.
mom. So... But for the most part, like, she did not watch any of my shows. Like, when it was her turn to watch her shows, like, when our first baby was born, my mom put on Columbo for 3 days straight on our TV. I think that's all that was on.
That's funny.
It was pretty cool watching Columbo with my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
And all those episodes, they're like a movie. They're not. It's not an hour-long show.
No,
They're
I
like
know.
Columbo's like an hour and 40
I actually know
minutes.
Columbo.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I know older references.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how did they do the show where it's an hour and 40 minutes? What's going on the phone?
I'm just seeing. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
So anyway, so she goes, I don't like children's. There was some quote in there. I don't like children's programming. I don't like Blue's Clues, which is a little weird to be like, I hate.
Is she
people
also
who-
Gen Z, though? Because maybe she's not a
Who?
millennial, so that's
Is
why
who
she
Gen
doesn't.
Z?
Olivia
Olivia
Munn.
Munn
There's
Gen
no
Z?
way.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You said she's got movies from a long time ago.
Yeah.
He's so insulted that I'm like, who is Olivia Munn? All I know about her is that
Well, because
she
men
is.
love her. Men
Ah.
love her.
I'm not.
I'm like,
insulted.
what was she in the Terminator 15? I don't know. Like,
no,
what?
I think she was just in that TV show.
Which one?
West
See,
Wing?
nobody has an answer.
Am
What
I wrong?
was she in? What did
Was
she
she
do,
in West
Johnny?
Wing?
What did
Community?
Olivia Munn do?
Was she in
How did they
Community?
meet?
Johnny,
I
how
didn't-
would you feel about doing a spin-off of the show? And it could be Deb and her sidekick.
Like, the only thing that made her famous, from my perspective, is that she had an affair with John Mulaney and then got pregnant.
She was
She's been in a
definitely-
bunch of
That's
movies.
the-
She's
oh,
like
but
a.
I didn't
she's like a.
know
Oh,
that.
she was in the
Malcolm-
newsroom.
She's
Okay.
in the newsroom.
I think I get
What
points
is
for being
that?
Yeah.
close. I said West
she's
Wing.
not as pretty as either one
What
of you.
cha-
let's
is
be
that on
clear.
a streaming network?
No,
or
I
a
can't
channel?
believe people deleted, like, published a news article. And I mean, I know it's
deleted it.
people, but they are like a legitimate
You know why?
publication.
You
quote
know why?
unquote.
Because death threats work. Death threats against people's
No,
kids
I
work.
think that's. I
I
don't
would love to
advocate for
monetize.
any-
I would love to monetize one episode of the show.
any psychopath in a DM. Like, you're not doing anything. You're just annoying. Like, I don't care what side you're advocating for.
Would it be
No, no,
annoying
because
if I
I
ate
think-
ice?
If you ate ice.
Would that be too loud on the mic?
Yeah, chew
Okay.
ice into the
Just
microphone.
chew that
Go
way.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll
give it a
do
shot.
it.
Let's see how it goes.
Wait, really quick though. Why is John? Why are we talking about John?
Okay, so the article comes out. Olivia Munn doesn't let her kids watch Ms. Rachel, and the tagline was so. Then Ms. Rachel picked it up and shared it. She said, "I wish you would please cover things." Now, the thing with Ms. Rachel is, unlike the two of you, I would probably die for her. No offense.
Was that even?
What?
What?
Okay.
Well,
Okay. So
because
anyway,
she's advocating for all of the children of Gaza, but she's also
we don't-
advocating for all of the children around the world.
right, but
Is that
specifically,
why you would
but she
die
does
for her?
specifically say Gaza. Yeah.
It'd be
So-
crazy if you would die for me.
Oh,
So
I wouldn't
I
die
think-
for you. It was good because I wouldn't die for
I know,
you.
but I'm saying that was you should have
Yeah.
just said it to your wife.
Right. I wouldn't.
Crazy
I
to
would
die
not
for me.
die for you. Maybe I would die for you. Depends on the day.
Yeah. Remember that
Depends
joke
how
that
many
you
times
used
I've
to
walked
have,
up and
though?
down
That
the
was a funny
stairs.
joke.
What
Do you
joke?
guys know that joke that
What
Mike
joke,
had?
honey? What joke?
You were like, my girlfriend asked if I would take a bullet for her,
Oh yeah,
and I was, I'm
that's a
gonna
very
ruin
old
it.
joke.
I know I'm gonna ruin it. I just was like, I can't, but it's very funny.
Oh, it's like nobody would show up to kill you with one bullet.
Right. No, but who's gonna show up to kill you with one bullet?
That's
Oh
my
no,
shit.
I only had one bullet, and and you had
That's
a
my
very
only bullet.
It's my only bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw another guy, and he was in a movie.
Mhm.
You have another joke after that
What?
where you would be like, this guy was like, "Don't shoot, I have a family." But what do you say if you don't have a family? And you're like, "Don't shoot, I've never seen The Wire."
Yeah.
I've got an H&M gift card with like $20 left on it. See, I know.
That's another deep cut. Did that on Conan. Anyway, so
Oh.
Here we go.
it seems a little
So I did know that. Yeah.
obvious. Oh yeah, she doesn't like when I bring up Conan.
No, well, it was a whole thing that I didn't know who Conan was, and then everyone who comes on seems to like know him from
Didn't know who
Conan.
Conan was.
You didn't
The
know who
regular
Conan
on a
was?
comedy podcast and doesn't. That's okay.
I
That's
wasn't
okay.
brought on here to.
You're
You're the
great
expert.
in your own way. Anyway,
That's literally so rude. Great.
so
End of sentence.
so anyway, so as we've seen, the media has been trying to smear Ms. Rachel in any way that they can. They've called her an anti-Semite and whatever. They probably know that's crazy. So I think what they do is they find this ran through actress to go and
I don't
say
think
she's a little ran through.
Who else
Why?
would she
Who else?
with?
We've
Would
only
she
heard
with?
about her and John.
I
No. She's been
Everybody.
I'm just putting up a
apparently.
photo for
Mike's got
reference.
his finger on the pulse. Of,
no.
That's what she looks
I'm
like?
saying everybody. She's the Village Bicycle.
She doesn't look familiar.
She's the Chinese buffet of Hollywood. So anyway,
I don't like that.
so anyway,
He's not this. He's usually more progressive at home.
No,
Not here.
I'm just saying.
Not here.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This is just
10
another.
steps backwards
This
here.
to me, this looks like a continued. I know kids love Ms. Rachel, but the thing is, if I can't watch it, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life going crazy. These kid shows drive me crazy. So it's like, why is Ms. Rachel catching strays when she's getting attacked in the media by everybody else? I think I think to anybody, it's kind of obvious what they're doing.
Yeah,
here.
maybe Olivia just didn't know what was going on about Miss Rachel.
Yeah,
That's
she
true.
might not
I
even
didn't
know.
know until
I-
you told me.
I bet she didn't know.
I'm
I bet
being
that
sarcastic.
she
That's a
just
good
thought-
John's
point.
being sarcastic.
That's a
John's being
good point.
Oh,
sarcastic.
really?
Thank you. There's some
You
more.
think? Wait, you think
Thank
Olivia
God.
Munn knew that Miss Rachel's been advocating for the children of
Thank-
Palestine?
She
Thank
has
God.
a child.
Thank God we have some more
Wait, what?
logical testosterone.
Does Olivia Munn have a child?
Yeah, she's got two kids.
kids with,
Then she definitely
with
knows.
Melania.
But unless you
Yeah.
follow Miss
She
Rachel on
definitely knows.
She has two
Instagram, you
kids with
wouldn't
him?
know
They just got
about
together.
I know,
her
yeah, that's a
Gaza
little weird.
advocacy.
I don't like that.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
I don't want him.
I think
alive
that
anymore.
she's like a woman who was just trying to be like, I don't like watching TV
No,
shows,
no,
and
no.
somebody probably
She probably has some friends who aren't fans of the stuff Miss
Mm.
Rachel's
And
saying.
even if she is
I
ignorant,
doubt it.
even if she is ignorant, and I
Mhm.
brought this up because somebody was in my DM saying exactly that.
What?
They said, "What if Deb gave an interview and said she finds Miss Rachel annoying?" I would say, at this point in time, I would say, Deb, that was like a dumb thing to do, or
Not
at the
dumb,
very
not
least,
dumb.
not dumb, but it's at the very least, it's irresponsible of the magazine to run that to like present that story. In
Well,
that
I
way.
don't think I wouldn't say that about Miss Rachel. I only have two problems
You
with
wouldn't
Miss
say that,
Rachel.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have what
I
are
have two
they?
problems
Let's
with
hear
Miss
'em.
Rachel. One is that, well, now she fixed it. She's on Netflix. But I think YouTube is the devil. So it is the gateway
I
to
love
the
it.
worst content on the
Mhm,
planet.
mhm.
And Johnny
And
loves it.
I've
It-
seen those little
well,
weird videos of
they're
adults
so-
playing with dolls.
There's so many weird, awful things that, like, once you have it on, you're like giving your kid a gateway to just
pregnant
That's
Spider-Man.
The
fine.
most-
That's fine.
awful, overstimulating, just
Shrek
like,
giving pregnant
We-
Spider-Man an abortion.
Yeah, like so I
On a roller
And I'm not-
coaster.
I won't lie, that has happened.
and you can't stop that
They throw
algorithm.
the baby off the Ferris
Right.
wheel.
It's crazy. So
It's a half Shrek, half
But now
Spider-Man.
she's on Netflix.
I'm
so
very
that's
glad
fixed.
she made a Netflix deal, and I'm sure she because of her the way she is, I'm sure she wants to remain accessible. So I'm sure she will stay on YouTube as
Mhm.
well, because that was everyone's problem with Sesame Street when HBO bought it. They
All
were
right, now
like,
listen,
that's supposed
listen.
to be
I understand that
like-
you. I understand as a parent you hate YouTube. Our son is 4. Someday our son will be a 30-year-old man, and YouTube will do a lot for him. YouTube will play a very pivotal role in his life. Ask me,
a
ask Johnny.
30-year-old man?
Yeah, YouTube is great. Boys love YouTube.
30-year-old is not boys.
Boys.
What is a 30-year-old doing on YouTube?
Well, I mean, I used YouTube
great- it's
today
great
for
to
DIY.
double check
I
how
almost
to
never
go
put
on
my
YouTube.
car seat in. There's
Okay.
lots on YouTube that's good.
Everything's
Okay.
But
good.
the problem is
Not
that
everything.
It's a
there
net positive on
there's
the world.
crazy things
You can learn about
on YouTube.
You can learn about history. You can learn about
Yeah.
there's
Parts
all
of-
kinds
parts of
there's
history
all
they
kinds
didn't
of
teach you in school.
documentaries. Exactly.
Oh my
Johnny,
god, you guys and
exactly.
the whole anti-school thing. I'm just like, oh my god.
What is it? You're
Just-
anti-school?
Just like how school didn't teach you what.
School doesn't teach you the stuff you're supposed to learn.
Yeah.
Here's
at
my
your
here's
first
my YouTube
suggested
algorithm.
video.
A Family Guy
See,
clip.
look at like there's a lot of just
Ice Spice.
I don't know.
Okay.
Gaza.
A Gaza video. Ninja Turtles. This is like, where else can you get this? No television channel is going to give this to you. Red
No
Bar.
one needs this.
Nathan Fielder. Sopranos analysis.
You don't
Shredder's
need that.
Revenge.
You're about
Mhm.
to have a baby. You can't be watching this stuff right now.
Matt and Shane. A Matt and Shane clip. A Tim Dillon clip.
But that's funny what you said, that he's about to have a baby. He shouldn't watch that. Like, what do you think men should do when women have babies?
I think he should just be doing anything you need him to do at all times. I can't imagine if I was having a baby and my partner was watching whatever he just listed.
So you think that when a woman has a baby, her husband should be basically a slave?
a little bit? I think it would even the score.
Really, I think they should go away.
You want them away?
I don't think not go away. Like hold when I first had Benjamin, like I think that it's important that you have a good dynamic, and then you do what you do what you can to ensure that like everyone is happy. But I do think that women put too much demands on men, like the whole like things that they are not going to come naturally to them,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get mad, and that's why they hate them.
Yeah.
But like when
Well, it was kind of funny. One of her friends had a baby, and the husband was like, they were like trying to make decisions, and this guy is a little too involved in baby stuff.
Okay.
And I agree with her. You should just kind of let her take the lead, just like you should let me take the lead over entertainment. And
Yeah.
and
Good idea.
but he was like, "Oh yeah, we should get a stroller with big wheels in case we go hiking." This guy thought he was like going to bring his stroller on like a hiking trail.
And I'm like, you live in
that's-
Brooklyn. There's
Yeah.
at least 30 stairs up into your house. What are you doing with that?
So you gotta know your
you
strengths.
don't
and
take
That's
a
weaknesses
funny.
a little bit.
stroller hiking.
Yeah.
You take a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like, okay, when are you going to use this stroller? Like, strollers are supposed to mean like I can get in and out of my house accessibly. I need to independently operate my stroller.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to get the hugest stroller? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
It made me insane. I was like,
Yeah, I
why
would've
are
been
you
curious with that
asking
too.
him?
Yeah.
Why are you asking? I don't
But like,
understand.
does he do the stuff that you need help with that you can't do?
Yes.
So then that's fine. I'm
Mike-
just saying, I feel
Mike-
like there's so
yeah.
many men that think they shouldn't be in the way. They shouldn't. I think that's for me. That they shouldn't be in the way. They shouldn't be in the picture. But then they're not doing the little things that they can
No,
do.
I think
so.
they
Then
should
it's like, oh,
change,
now it's
yeah.
my job to raise the baby and make all the decisions, and it's still my job to pick up around the house and make bigger decisions about the finances and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, okay, why are you here?
Oh no, I want
is kinda
Mike
how I feel
to. This is
sometimes,
what I
too.
want Mike to do. I want him
About
to change the diapers. I want him to cook the foods, but no more foods that splatter. Like
Okay.
that's it.
That's good
Everything has to
feedback.
go in the oven or something. Like no more stovetop foods. So like
You hear
yeah,
that?
change all the diapers,
Yes.
make the foods, do the laundry, because the only downfall of our apartment is that we do go to the laundromat. So like
The
he does the
laundry is
laundry.
tough.
And it's like carrying things up and down the stairs.
tell you
He does
something.
all the grocery shopping. He does all the labor jobs. Like I'll leave everything downstairs, and Mike will have to like bring it all up and down the stairs.
Well, okay. Can I just say something?
Yeah.
And it doesn't
He
even
didn't
grow my
share.
ass.
He didn't.
It doesn't grow his ass.
Don't you think
Well,
it's a
what
little?
So maybe we should just like have like that should be like a butt goal
Wait,
or
two
something.
things. Did you know what Kim just launched?
Hmm.
Kim
Oh.
Kardashian. She
Ass
launched.
lifts for men.
No, she launched these shorts that give you
Oh.
hourglass booty figure.
Oh, okay.
That like it's a full body thing you put on,
Oh, okay.
but it gives you the shape that you're looking for. Secondly, don't you think it's a little queer that he keeps talking about his butt? That doesn't bother you?
No, it's not queer.
It
Let me tell you
is.
something. It's not queer.
I don't
It's
know.
not queer.
I don't know a lot of straight men
No, no, no,
who
no.
are obsessed with growing their ass.
I just don't have any ass.
I
it
think
makes me
because
insecure.
it
don't
also
need
it becomes problematic for Mike because he
Mhm.
doesn't have much of a shelf to hold his pants
I
up.
don't have a
So
shelf to hold my
So that's
pants.
how your
up.
son got them
constant-
down.
yeah, a
Yes.
constant struggle
Suspenders.
for Mike
guess I
is
should wear
to
suspenders,
his
yeah.
butt is hanging out.
I guess I should walk around the house and
So
suspend
he
it.
wishes. I mean, I don't
That
have
would be
an
cute,
ass
though.
either, and it's very upsetting. Because yeah, I just think like if I had a bigger butt, dresses would look better on me. But you know what? What are we gonna do? We both have to focus more on our butts. I
That's kind of like the
guess.
family goal.
Yeah, focusing on our butts. But really, I think when going back to admiring people and their bodies and stuff, when I
Mhm.
see women with strong backs, I'm like, oh, I want that.
Do you want to
Oh,
see
yeah.
my back?
Yes, let me
Look at my
see.
back.
What do you got there? Yeah, see, I would like all those bumps. Yeah.
I feel good about my back.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really
Yeah.
good.
So
about my
wait a
back.
minute. So I have like the strongest
You
back.
do have a
I have
strong
like the
back.
biggest back in,
She
in
likes
Brooklyn.
mine better.
I know,
She
yes,
likes mine
yes.
better.
I could help you grow your back if you want.
No, you couldn't. What's she gonna
Yes,
do?
I
Do a
could.
moving job for 15 years?
Well, I'm sure he could give me
Excuse me.
exercises, but I also don't
We
like
have-
to take
excuse me,
direction.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, but every time you talk about the big back, you're like, because I have no choice from the moving job for 10 whatever years.
I did back yesterday at the gym. I worked.
You don't need to. Stop
Well-
doing back.
No, you have to.
No,
to
I feel like you
maintain
need
it.
to do everything else.
Do you want to hear my answer?
Also,
or
can
you're
I
just
say
gonna-
something? I
No,
feel
keep-
like
just keep
you.
talking. Please keep talking.
I feel like you didn't tell me you did all this stuff when you were complaining about the bagel story.
What do you
Oh
mean?
my gosh, that bagel story. That was crazy.
When you were complaining about her and the bagel,
Mhm.
you didn't say all the list that she just listed of stuff you did. You just came in and you're yelling that your
Right.
pregnant wife couldn't
so
toast
you're
bread.
You're saying that I'm like the Sirius Black of this relationship, and
don't even know
I'm
that.
actually innocent.
No,
and
no.
she's
I'm
the
just saying,
antagonist,
like,
is what
I
you're
feel
saying?
like if you want to get sympathy, you need to get the whole picture out
Give you all
there.
the details.
First of
'Cause
all,
if I
if
knew-
anybody had sympathy for Mike and the bagel story, then he
They didn't.
grossly misconstrued that story because he set me up for complete failure.
He didn't tell us that.
He
He,
just-
always is missing pieces of information.
There was no way I was going to succeed with that bagel.
Why?
I don't know, you guys. I just
You don't
asked
want to
her-
get back into it?
I just asked her if the bagel. Now we got to explain the whole bagel thing. All I did was say, I said, "Is the bagel toasty?" I go, "Is it toasty-ish?" She said yes, and it wasn't, and it was like half toasted.
No. So what
and
happened was
I think we can agree to
we
disagree.
have to leave the house at 8:25
I think
a.m.
Okay. I think I didn't handle
to
that
get
situation.
to school on time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mike texted me, and we have a like toaster oven, not
Okay.
a toaster. I think Mike texted me at like 8:17 that, and he was doing something. He either went to get the car or like went to go get coffee. So he was
walking
doing
the
me
dog.
he was walking the dog. So he was doing something. So
Mhm.
he wanted me to do something for him.
Okay.
So he said that he said, "Can you put a bagel in the toaster for me?" And I am a very toasty person. Like I want things like almost burnt.
Okay,
Mike
wow.
does not. He is a very
Sensitive.
like he wouldn't want a very toasty, dark, burnt-ish thing.
Mhm.
So, it's like 8:17. They have to leave by 8:25. He comes up with the dog, and it literally like I don't know, 2 minutes later, 2 minutes later, like it was really fast. And then he's like, "All right, Benjamin, we gotta go." And I was like, "Do you want the bagel?" And then he's like, "Well, he's like, is it done?" And I was like, "No." And then he was like, "I just don't want it to be hard." And to me, I was
Okay.
like, what does hard mean? Like very toasty?
Yeah.
But to him, hard meant
Still
refrigerator
cold?
hard.
Okay.
And so I was like, no. And then I took it out and put cream cheese on it. And then he bit it and he was like, this is a raw
All right, moving on
bagel.
because no one gives a shit what I think.
Everyone
I
gives a
said.
shit because you've wasted
No.
multiple episodes complaining, saying things about.
Well, we got
Well,
her. We got her
he
side
said
of the
We
to
got
story.
my
the
he said to
story.
my
We
face,
got her
The
side of the
story.
story, and that's
but you said to my
all
face
we
that
need.
that you set me up for failure in that bagel scenario.
Wow.
I said you set me up for failure.
No, that you set me up for failure. That I was not gonna. That was not enough time to make a satisfactory bagel.
I want to move on to something else. The point is that I said, is it toasty-ish?
you.
Is it toasty-ish?
It was ish.
Is it meaning Deb, is the bagel edible? Has the bagel spent enough time in the fucking toaster?
I don't know. You just got up the stairs.
that it's not
That was a
that it
quick
feels
turnaround.
that it feels like a toasty-ish bagel.
Yeah, but you guys
And
have
you
different
couldn't-
bagel
you
I
preferences.
couldn't
know.
answer
For
the
me,
question.
no, it was
It was
not.
not
No.
toasty-ish.
It tasted a little too much like it just came out of the bag. Those bagels from Trader Joe's, you need to toast them. They need to be, like I
It
said,
should have been a
toasty-ish.
3-minute job.
Anyway, let's agree to disagree. Yes, you're right. It does. Okay. I will admit it does take 3 to 4 minutes to toast a bagel.
Yeah.
Let's get back to my thing,
Okay.
or let's not. Let's move on. Did you guys see Sabrina Carpenter's new album cover? Johnny, you want to pull that up on the
Mhm.
screen?
No.
I saw it and
There's
I
a lot of
listened.
discourse. There's a lot of discourse on Sabrina Carpenter's
Why?
new album cover because
Why?
she's on her knees.
Oh,
like
that's
she's
not
about
what
to-
I saw.
Like she's about to perform oral sex. Now, it's not really my place to speak on this. So if either of you have an opinion, you should go ahead.
I haven't seen the picture yet.
I think she
Because
looks really hot. I think
that
she
it's
looks
fine.
really.
I think women should have a say. In this
Then let
kind
me
of stuff.
say.
And,
I think she looks really hot.
sometimes as men we have to acknowledge when it's
I
not
think
our
it's-
place. There
I
we go.
think-
wow, the hair.
I think
And,
she looks really
Wow.
hot. The name of the album is Man's Best Friend, so I see what she's doing here.
Uh-huh.
But we all know that one
Being
of
like a
the
dog?
songs on the album is Man Child. So of course she also is making fun of men because men can also suck. But sometimes there's good men that deserve this kind of behavior if that's what you're into. But it's pretty stressful because we don't have a song of the summer yet.
What's
but
an
now she's
example
coming
of
out
it?
with
What I thought MGK had the song of the summer.
who's MGK?
Machine Gun Kelly.
I don't even know who that is.
You haven't heard his new
And
single?
I haven't heard his new song.
Oh, it's called.
Sing it.
It's pretty good. I don't want to because it's really bad.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. I just wanted to.
Well, we're waiting for the song of the summer, and
Right.
Uh-huh.
Sabrina
you don't
gave
think
it to us last year.
With
That's
espresso.
me, espresso.
What was the year before? Because
Mm.
one year it was that.
Levitating.
Oh, that's
Or
a
was
good
that
one.
2 years ago?
That might have been.
Levitating?
I think that was
No,
2
wait.
years ago.
3 years ago?
2 years ago was whatever the Barbie soundtrack was, right? Because that was Barbie summer.
Mm.
So that was
You're
Barbie.
right. I'm thinking of like 2002.
I loved Barbie.
I have lost touch with.
Oh, Song of the
pop
Summer was not
culture.
like us.
Was it
This
Yeah.
year
No,
Last year?
and espresso.
Sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is
For
there
the people who appreciate
is there a
hip-hop,
website that tells you the song of the summer?
for the people who aren't babies, it was Kendrick Lamar's.
That's really rude.
Kendrick Lamar's anthem.
I listened to both, but there's different moods
Mm.
for both.
Yeah.
You can't always be They Not Like Us, and you can't always be espresso.
Mhm.
Why? Do you have a thought on her album cover?
No, I said I don't have any thoughts.
is
I
up
want
with
to
the
hear what
hand?
I want to hear what you guys think. It's a callus from carrying heavy shit up and down my stairs.
Something Deb could try if she wants to build her back.
Yeah.
What, carrying things up my stairs?
Anyway,
or-
you know what's funny though? Sometimes you'll ask me a question and then you don't care to hear the answer. You
what,
said how
what question did I ask you?
you said how would you help Deb grow her back?
I
have
never said
plenty
that.
of well, I have plenty.
Oh,
Did I say
Mike
that?
Mike
Did I
would
say
love
that?
to be an exercise trainer. I am just
Would he?
not a good student. No.
Have you ever seen him do clap push-ups?
We'll do
Yes,
some right now
I
to close out the
have.
episode.
I have seen Mike do clap push-ups.
We got to go in a little bit. We got to wrap this up.
I'm
in a
just
few,
like
so.
I don't know. I have a hard time with people telling me to do anything.
I get
She
that.
really doesn't like people telling her what to
I
do.
don't like that
and,
either.
And
Yeah.
but isn't that kind
Especially
of
like someone.
isn't that kind of a tragedy because I feel like I could really grow her back if she want. I could give her like your back
Don't compare us
You know?
with that.
I could
Don't
and
compare
I could
us.
even do it without a gym because I have exercise bands.
All right,
And
so
I
we'll
have-
try after the
and
baby's born.
I have gymnastic rings at home. And
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts
I have
them in the
gymnastic
trees
rings.
at
I-
the park.
Yeah.
People
You guys are
do that.
killing me. It's
People do
queer.
that a lot at the
It's queer. It's
How is
all
that
queer?
You think functional?
can't
No,
you
but
think
he's not
functional-
doing gymnastics.
I'm not
He's
doing gymnastics. And
Come out already.
you think functional strength is queer? How is functional strength queer?
I'm sorry.
But he
I'm sorry.
invested in
I
all
can't
this
hear about it
equipment when
You're being homophobic
all the
during
gyms
Pride Month.
closed.
I'm welcoming you in. Join them. This is your month. And your birthday's this month.
That's right.
Do you think they're going to have the same
I
birthday?
guess I'll come
I
out on my
thought so,
birthday
but
because I
I
hate
think-
women.
I guess it's too soon, right?
I think I'm gonna have this baby before his birthday.
I hope you have it on the 16th
On
because
the
that's my
16th?
best friend Brian's
Yeah.
birthday.
Maybe.
Oh, that would
What
be
day
amazing.
of the week is that?
A Monday.
Oh, that would be like a week early.
Do you think
So,
it's
yeah.
true that like the time you were born at becomes the time of day you prefer? Like babies born at night or people that like to stay up late and babies born in the morning or morning people? That's something I've kind of been working on. That's what I think because I was born at 7 a.m. and I always
Mhm.
get up at like 7, 8 a.m.
maybe. I don't know. I've never.
When were
thought
you
about
guys
it.
born?
I think I was born like in the morning. But Benny was born at 9:30 in the morning.
I was born at 2:47 p.m.
Tracks.
and I hope I die at
Tracks.
3:47 p.m.
Tracks.
today.
Do you have any advice for me? Because I'm pregnant too.
Um.
And maybe advice for Steven because you seem happy with Mike. So
Yeah,
that's
I
something
think
guess I
that
could
you
work
need
on.
to. I think you need to capitalize on each other's strengths. I think you.
That's
need
really hard for me.
to-
I really like to argue, and I'm really
You
picky.
can't argue. You got to also stay calm.
Well, what are Steven's strengths besides rubbing peanut butter on his balls? And probably having a dog lick them.
That's really, really insane to say, and not anything that's ever
No,
happened.
I heard.
And another
That's not what I
queer
heard.
thing out of your mouth.
That's not what I heard.
Uh,
No, I'm calling your boyfriend queer. I'm not
because
saying-
you're queer.
No,
It's
I'm not.
suppressed and depressed.
No, I'm not.
Suppressed, oppressed. That was the pressed word I was
Oppressed.
looking for. Steven's strengths. He's
It's
very
not. You can call other guys gay. It's fine.
okay.
It's actually pretty alpha.
No, it's not.
It's something alpha males do.
No, it's not.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Steven's strengths are he's really calm, and he's very helpful, and he is a good listener to me. I think he's a good student of the ways I'm teaching, the way I like to do things.
Mhm.
And that's it. And I think my strengths are I'm the breadwinner, like you,
Mhm.
and
You should see my search history. You can see how queer I am. I'll
your
show you.
private browsing
Yeah,
history.
I'll show you the things that
Does
I've
it
been.
get any gayer?
I'll show you. No.
What's your favorite search?
No, I'm not
Sniffy?
on private
You know
browsing.
Sniffy?
What?
Of course.
What's that?
Look, he's lighting up.
What is that?
It's something for gay men.
Oh, okay.
You don't know Sniffy? Do you? Do
Hmm?
you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's an app. It's not even an app. They can't get an app approved where you can just find
actually-
like group hookups.
It's actually very rude to call me gay in front of my pregnant wife, who's got a lot on her.
She
plate,
doesn't seem to
a lot on her
mind.
mind.
She
I don't
doesn't
think
seem
she
to
wants. I
mind.
think the last thing she wants
No.
to think about is if her husband's
think
gay. or
She's
not.
thinking about when she's going to have the baby,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think
not
that
thinking
Mike
about
looks
you.
at gay men and he's like, they're so happy.
and he's jealous.
He's like, look at
This is
them.
that's good
Like-
feedback for what I was saying.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Remember
think Mike,
after you
if
saw
Mike
Oh
could
Mary,
be gay,
you were
he
like, I
would
wish
be.
I did that.
Yeah, I wish.
Oh
I
That
yeah,
is
like he
more-
loves theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't even ask me about it.
She's pregnant.
You didn't even ask me about the play that I saw. All you think about is the
I don't
baby
care
inside
about
you.
what you do
All you-
recreationally while I work at home.
All you think about is our family.
He
and
saw a
our
play,
future.
And then he
Exactly.
fought with his brother over the tickets.
Oh,
That's what I heard.
I don't know. So like
I
I
don't know.
I don't care. Like I only care about what I care about. But yeah, I don't know.
I
do
only
you
care about
want?
what I care about.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't know. Mike has a lot on his mind, and he shares it regularly.
Yeah, not
Mhm.
not this episode, but
You
Other
should. I feel
times.
like you spoke a lot in this one.
really,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like
I'm totally fine handing over the
I
sitting-
wanted
taking a
to
back
clarify
seat.
my.
no,
only,
you're not.
I'm totally fine.
Anytime I talk,
letting
you're like,
other
you need to
people-
work on not talking.
I'm totally fine letting other people take the reins, and I'm totally fine sharing the spotlight.
I mean,
Mhm.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Then why isn't the pregnant wife in the middle?
Because it's Recine
Well,
time.
I mean, this looks better
As in Mike.
visually. I think it is his show. Whatever. The only second problem I have with Miss Rachel is not even like a problem with Miss Rachel. I just wanted to like clarify that before the sentence.
Okay.
Is that when people are like, "Oh, I was gonna do speech therapy, but I just put on Miss Rachel," and I'm like, no. Like, sure, it could be like, it's a good choice in terms of content,
Mhm.
but still get speech therapy.
For all kids or just kids who need it?
Kids who need it, but
Oh,
like,
okay,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, like it's not a substitute. There's no
Heard.
substitute for like an authentic, like actual.
Because that's what you
clinician.
do?
Yes,
Okay.
that's it. Yeah. So that's the only thing. I like her just fine.
Me too.
Patreon.com/Recine time. Ladies, any final thoughts?
No, you two are interesting. You do the show on purpose together a lot. It's interesting.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is what it is. He's always asking me to come in, and then the whole time I'm here, I'm not allowed to talk. I'm talking too much. I'm insulting him, and then every week he's like, "You might lose your job," and it's like, I don't even want a job.
Well, that is a
I'm doing you a
philosophy-
favor.
That is a philosophy of if you read about like pimping, you have to keep them. You have to keep the girls confused. And,
I'm not confused.
You have to dangle you have to use a bit of a carrot and stick approach. You know, you got to keep some candy in your pocket and
Ew.
give her some
Predator. Predator.
Offer some candy when
Predator.
she does a good job, which won't be today. You won't be getting any candy.
Why?
You won't be receiving any candy today.
Why?
I thought it was fine. I
don't want the candy anyway.
Yeah.
I did
It's not-
ask to be like, I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, tell us.
Nothing.
No.
End it there. We're good.
All right. That's the show. Patreon.com/Recine time. I'm hitting the road next month. I'll be around this month, but I'll be in Charlotte on July 2nd. And I will be at the Brea Improv and the San Jose Improv. I think July 30th and 31st. So get your tickets at MikeRacine.com or either of those.
Or
venues.
MikeRacineComedy.com.
MikeRacineComedy.com. I didn't add those. You didn't
I
tell me
used to
those
have
dates.
MikeRacine.com and it slipped out of my fingers
Yes.
somehow.
Yeah.
Some third worlder bought it.
Yeah.
And now I can't. I'm not paying
Well,
money.
somebody
for my own,
bought it.
Not paying money for my own name.
Yeah.
Some guy in Uzbekistan has it, and he's holding it ransom. And I
That's
said, "You know
really
what?
funny.
Send me a finger. Send me an E if you're serious." Mike Recine comedy. I'll be MikeRacine.com. Anyway.
Aw.
What do you say to you?
Someone else.
All right.
Someone said, so I sent someone
All right.
a voice memo and they said, your voice note yesterday made me so happy. You have a gift. You guys never give me feedback like
I
that.
always tell you that.
I've never heard you guys say that.
Oh, that's very nice.
That is very nice.
Anyway.
MikeRacineComedy.com. Go
Yeah.
buy tickets to
And
all of his
t-shirts.
And
shows.
shout out to Iceberg Slim.
What's that?
Oh, that's the rapper that shouted you out?
No,
Oh, who is Iceberg Slim?
don't worry about it.
Oh, gosh.
Is that the fake company that Nathan Fielder made?
That's
Yeah.
Summit Ice.
Ah,
Oh,
close.
it's Summit Ice.
Look at me knowing something about comedy. Points.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, everybody. I guess next time I'll see you, we might have this baby.
Wow.
So stay tuned. Stick around. Hey, you'll get to meet it on Patreon.
What?
We are gonna show
Live stream the birth.
We're gonna reveal the baby. Actually, we should do that. We should reveal the baby on Patreon.
That's great.
First. So get in there. Get your seats. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. $5 a month gets you access to my.
Or if you like me and
To
want
the
to
birth.
support me, you can
If
just
you wanna
ignore all my speech content and you can subscribe to my Patreon.
No, but if you want to see the baby, $5 is not a lot to ask. If you want to see my baby, and maybe it'll be a different race. We
If
could
we're
play
lucky.
Stop! That's not nice. You're crossing the
I saw
line.
a scientific
You're
study that the
crossing the
only
line.
way to guarantee a attractive child is to be biracial.
That'll be my baby.
Well, ours is attractive.
A guarantee. That was just luck of the draw.
That was luck.
Oh,
You don't know if you're going to get luck
There's
twice.
no ugly biracial people.
You
I-
met Steven.
Don't know. Don't know.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next week or on Patreon, Sunday or Monday. Probably, maybe Monday. I'm not sure. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones.
Not Sunday, it's Father's Day.
So maybe Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.